Good morning.
Morning. All right. I think that hits the 2 minute mark. Usually I give 2 minutes for all y'all in realtor time. So I think we're gonna get started. I think the recording has started. Let me share my screen. All right. I have been in business for, had my license over, I would say, when my first son was born. So it's like 25 years. But for a long period of time, I was not doing business. So I'm sure you guys can teach me a few things. But this is kind of what, as I trained agents, these are the things that I've kind of picked up, and I think it can be very useful, especially with the Remax tools that we have. It may be just maybe a reminder to you guys, or at the end, you guys can definitely chime in and say, "Hey, this is what I do," because there are people who do an amazing job at doing their open house. Now, a lot of times right now, because the listings are very few in between, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna sell anyway. And sometimes they just kind of go and just go through the whole thing without really preparing. But I really want you guys to take the time to kind of think about how you can optimize the open house. So it's really a strategy, isn't it? I think the most important thing is that you create traffic. And I know that, because there aren't that many listings, you might have 30 people, coming in. And when sometimes that does happen, I really do suggest that you have like a partner that you can, help with so that you can create some kind of control. But having meaningful traffic is going to be the key in really optimizing, how you're going to use the open house for lead generation. It takes time. Those of us that have gotten calls from, let's say, an agent or seller to say, "Oh, I got to, do an open house," and sometimes that cannot be helped. But if you do know you have a new listing coming up and you're setting, the open house maybe like a week in advance, I do want you to take that time. Or if you're asking somebody, give that person enough time so that they can prep because there's actually a lot of things that you can prepare. Okay, so to create the traffic, of course, we all know there's flyers, there's videos, and there's social media posts that you really should be putting out there. And that really goes to, I had an agent who really wasn't on social media. And when she got a listing and said, "I just want to blast to everybody," but that it doesn't work that way. The algorithm is that you are going to only see things that you interact with. So it's important for you as part of prospecting as an agent every single day, 15 to 20 minutes on social media. If you're not naturally on it, is what I'm saying, to be on there and like other people's stuff. Go and search other people that are your friends and like it, comment on it. Just have that interaction because that's really going to help the algorithm saying, "Oh, she knows these people, and so I better put all of these stuff in her feed because she's interacted with all them." So if I'm only interacting with my sister, of course, if she puts something on, it goes immediately on my feed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm close with her, so I will comment on it. But if you're not doing that with the majority of the people, your friends or people who follow you, then you are kind of losing that traction. So when you really need it for social media posts, when you have a new listing or you have open house and you really want to get it out there, then you've already missed the mark. So do that as your homework for every single day, to be on social media and to comment and to share, or you can even just put emojis and just say, "That's great." And that way, your algorithm is expanding. Okay, your coverage and the people are going, your feed is going to change and their feed is going to change with your stuff. Okay, so that's why it's important for you to be on social media. We have a design center in our Bold Trail Mac Center, and you can design the flyers. I would always suggest that you do listing promotion. When you do that, it'll, I'm gonna have a slide for it, obviously. It'll ask you for the MLS number, and you just put the MLS number, and it doesn't have to be your listing. It just populates, and then all the photos populate, and all the directions, I mean, all the information populates. So why not use it? Now, for the other things, so like I talked about MOS, which is marketing as a service, they might have changed the name, but as soon as, if it's your listing, as soon as you get a listing, you do get an email saying, congratulations on your new listing. And here are some things that you can do. They have videos, they have flyers. Yes, if you click on it, someone said, "Oh, I clicked on it and there was something for extra money." Yes, you can do the extra money, but there's things that you can do for free. They create a flyer for free, and you just download it. You put it in the cart and you download it, and it becomes a PDF, and then you can share it, right? So it's a no-brainer. If you have a listing, please be on the lookout. Don't just ignore it. You're gonna get a marketing asset for free like that just already is created for you, and they're like, click on your campaign and your marketing campaign, and you click on it and you download it or you share it. Okay, so that's something that if it's your listing and it's new, you're going to get that email. Okay, if it's not your listing, you can go into Bold Trail and Marketing and Design Center and create it with just an MLS. Okay. And of course, I did a session on Canva 101, and you can go, if you have a Canva, you can go and upload your photos there and make it unique to you. And even the design center flyers are branded around you, so you don't have to worry about that. So, of course, create the flyers, create the videos, share it on social media. That's how you're going to create the traffic. Now, I do want to talk about Boost. Okay, so Boost is a paid a platform, and I'm going to show you, and it's really great because it is a system that already knows the algorithm, and it already knows that people are they can target the people who are already maybe searching for homes. Their behavior on their websites are indicating that they're interested in homes or selling homes or anything like that. They have those systems. So why not use it? Yes, it's a paid version, but you get like your post or your ad becomes in front of, like, let's say minimum is 2,000 views, okay, that you get. So that really is a way to create, traffic. And you're not, saying that, yeah, you'll have the specific buyer that's going to want that specific house. It's just creating leads, right? Because you are doing an open house or you do have a listing, and you want to put an ad out there that targets people who are looking or who are, curious. Okay. Another thing that I like to do, and I did this from a previous company, we had Core Realty, they don't have it anymore, but we provide it as Remax. It's called Realty. I also did a session on how you can get hyper local information and information about the neighborhood. So what I used to do is I would put the address of where I'm doing the open house, and it wasn't my open house. And I did like a 0.2 mile radius, and then made a list, and I just called. It wasn't soliciting. I just said, "Hey, I'm conducting an open house. It's open for the public." And I think that, a lot of people are always curious about what their homes are worth or what's going around in their neighborhood. I'd like to invite you, so come stop by. And that's just a really easy thing to do. You're not saying, "Hey, are you looking for a home to sell?" Or, "Do you want to buy this home?" You're not soliciting them. You're just inviting them. It's a public event. Okay. So that was easy for me to do because, again, I wasn't like a very aggressive, cold call person, but, I had those lists, and I'm going to go over briefly what it looks like. And I just called around the open house, and that created people who didn't know or who might have not seen the sign, or they're not on MLS or Zillow, and they don't know there's open house. But if it's something around my neighborhood, I'm sure they're very interested. So that's another way to really reach out and create that traffic. Now, I had an agent who did created a nosy neighbor event, and she really did an awesome job. She did one that was actually like a cocktail party, and of course with the consent of her seller. And she knocked on the door, and she had like a QR code, please RSVP, and she had like cocktails, she had, snacks, and she had um music, and she just had a little like party, and they all were so impressed, and she put it on social media, and she got a couple of callbacks and say, I'm actually thinking about selling my home too. And so that's a way to target sellers, and not, and a lot of times I think we think like, oh, we have an open house and we're just going to, concentrate on buyers. Yes, buyers walk in through the door, but we really want to target the sellers, don't we? And that's really one of the reasons why you should be doing it in an open house, is to create that event. So if you don't want to do a little cocktail party or a little, mini party on a different day, do it that day. Do it like, an hour before, and personally invite them. And so she knocked on all the doors, and or you can knock on the doors, just say, hey, I'm just doing a short preview party. You guys can stop by, have water, have snacks, or whatever you are, want to put out there. And you can do branded water bottles, like you can just put a sticker on it, or attach like your business card with a nice bow. It takes time, it takes work, but that is what marketing is, and that is what prospecting is. And then just have it for that preview hour for the neighbors to come, and they could all look around and be nosy. And then you can be your charming self and just really contact them and talk to them and get their information, and just say, I can create, do you want to know what your home is worth? Like that's really what you should be concentrating on. Okay, so that's something you can do. And again, you can't do it the day before or night before. It takes time. And that's why that's first slide I had. It takes time. So you have to be thinking about these things. Another thing that you could do, the last thing, is going to be the public service announcement. Basically, have a bunch of your cards and just say, hey, you know what? There's going to be a lot of traffic. I just want you to know, if someone's parking by your driveway or you see something weird, please contact me. I'll take care of it for you. And it's kind of like a public service announcement. You're not in any way, soliciting. And if you're good at those things, do it. But it's just another way of being professional, and just you giving out your cards, and just putting yourself out there. So those are the things that you can do to create that traffic. All right, so I'm just gonna go like one by one very briefly. This is Bold Trail and this is Design Center. And if you see like right here in the first circle, it says marketing. That's where you're going when you go into marketing, and then you go into Design Center. I picked on flyer, I picked on listing promotion, I put an MLS number, and this came up. And I just changed, it's at just listed. I changed it to open house. I make sure my all my information is correct. You can actually, create a QR code, and it goes right here, and you can change it. I'm not gonna do everything like that for you right now, but I just wanted to let you know that it's there, that you guys can go in. You don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to ask the listing agent, can I get the photos? It's already there for you, and you can use that. All right.
Excuse me, Mary, where do you find this? I tried to find this for my
So
last
you're
open
in
house.
Awesome. So you're in MaxHack, go to Bold Trail. And then right here, you see the tabs on the left side. It has
Yes.
like content. Okay, you go into marketing, and then you go into Design Center. When you click on Design Center, there's only two things that are going to pop up. It's going to say like company something, and then office something. I forgot what it was, but just wait until it loads, and then it loads up a bunch of stuff. And then it'll say like, oh, social media, flyer, or self promotion, listing promotion, all of these things. So wait until that comes up. Sometimes, a lot of times, we look at it and we're like, oh, nothing showed up and it's not working, and then we feel frustrated. But it does populate. It takes a couple of minutes, and then just click on listing promotion and choose the flyer. And there's a bunch of flyers that come out. You won't see all of the flyers. You just say view all, and then choose the one that you like. Okay.
All
Mary,
right,
And
and then I'm
yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, hon. Go ahead. Whoever
So,
started.
hey Mary, is there a way that you can maybe do a follow-up Zoom where you can actually do a walkthrough how to do this?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sometimes
Mhm.
it's easier when people see you actually do the flyer than just saying
of
click here,
course.
click here. So maybe as a follow-up training in the near future, you can do something like
Good.
that.
I need more topics to talk about.
Awesome.
I was
Maybe
running out of topics.
yeah, so maybe you guys all agree that maybe we can do a session on how to actually create an open house flyer, just listed, just sold, different designs. And then how do you do it? Like when you, I know when you said office and company, office listings is you see what the listings in your office, company listings is for the entire company. So if you're hosting an open house for an agent in your office compared to an agent in a different office, that's the difference there. And then you see your own listings. So maybe if you can just pencil that in for a future Zoom, that would be
Absolutely.
great. Thank you.
And,
By the way,
yeah,
this listing is not our company. I just picked a whatever, like, I was just went into MLS. I just picked a whatever MLS.
and just
Can I
another
just
question,
also,
Mary.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Just,
Gail.
just, just real quick, hon. I noticed in the past when I went in there, my listings weren't in. How do you get them in
So
there?
yeah,
How come they're not
it's
being pulled
because
over?
your profile check hasn't been done. So you have to do like you have to add your MLS numbers in there. If you're an NJMLS, there's a specific like IDX forms that you have to fill out. So I did do a mastermind on that. So that's actually number one thing that you have to do. So I'm getting my agents to, do that. But
Well, I
we can
thought I
do that.
did.
We can
I thought I did it a while ago, and it didn't get pulled over. But I'll take a look again. No,
Yeah, and you can
it's been
call
a
me separately.
okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
Sorry.
You
All
can,
right.
yeah?
I was just gonna say, like once a month, I host. Sometimes they're virtual, but I host long. Some of this stuff is hard to do in a half an hour, so I host
Yes.
longer. Like, come with this. If you've already signed up, you have your, your Bold Trail credentials, and you can come here and you can actually do it. But it's an hour and a half long session, which is a deeper dive. So I'm happy to share those. They're typically on the second Thursdays of the month, and I'm happy to open it up to anybody who wants. But I do things like this where you can actually walk away with doing it in
It's
person, because half an hour is
That's
hard. Is hard.
awesome. That's
It's
awesome.
actually beneficial for them because I do it also in my offices for them to come in with their laptop and
For a
actually
work
create
session.
as you're going
My
through the
preference
steps,
too.
and that's an
Yeah,
hour. So I do that
yeah,
with the postcards with KV Core and flyers and everything else.
I'm
yeah.
also starting one in Morristown, starting tomorrow. I do have a session from 9:30 to 11 a.m. in person. I kind of just invited Morristown and Montville, but if any of you guys want to attend, Gail, you're in my office, so you'll have the opportunity on getting all the IDX issues addressed. And if anyone wants to stop in, you're more than welcome to. I do want to clarify one thing. You all have wonderful managers. All of your managers do sessions like this in person in your own offices. Just please read their emails. I see them all the time. So I don't want you to think that one manager is doing something and yours is not. They all are. You just have to really go in, and this is what we teach you. So it's true, 30 minutes is not enough. But you're more than welcome to join any of our trainings, but take an opportunity and go to your office as well. Like, your manager is hands-on as well. We all know how to do this.
Awesome.
You know,
All
what
right.
thought, hey, Donna, and I know you got just a little bit of time, but what thought might be if we were training something different and you could be in person in your office with your manager, but somebody was officiating and facilitating, but then we can be there to help people through. Like if Fran's doing something in her office, but I have people here in my office and I can show them, oh yeah, you want to do this, you want to do that. That might also be something that we could do.
Absolutely.
Donna,
Love
real quick,
that idea.
is ours going to be recorded tomorrow? Because I can't make it. I have a listing appointment at 10.
It's in person, but I have four different trainings that I sent a calendar invite.
Yes,
So
yes.
tomorrow it's going to be hands-on, so there's no way for me to record it. It's in
Okay.
person.
All right. Sorry I can't make it tomorrow.
That's
I gotta
okay.
get this listing going. So thank you.
No problem.
That's important. All right. So I want to talk about Boost. Boost is also in, if you see on the left side too, marketing place, and you'll see property boost. So you can do property boost, or they have something called now Boost Motion, which I love. That you just, I think it's $10 more, and I'm going to show you the price as well. And again, it comes from the MLS that you give them, and you click on the videos or the photos that you like, and they actually create a video for you. And here I just kind of changed, you're invited to our open house this weekend, and an ad goes out. So talk about one, getting some foot traffic in there. You're just putting an ad, and also you're saying to your clients when you get that listing, hey, this is the type of marketing that I do. Okay. And most of the 99%, if not 100% of the buyers start their search on the web. That's where they go. So you're saying this is part of my marketing. Okay. So it's a great place to be. Again, it's branded around me. It's not my listing. This is a motion ad. You can do an image ad, and they have the algorithms, and then they send it out. So here's the pricing, and I believe it's not, if it's not a motion ad, it's not a video. I like the videos. I feel like it's more dynamic. It's 59, I believe, for the 3 days, but it has the max. It's like the ad goes in front of 2,000 people. Okay. And if anyone clicks on it, it goes directly into your CRM. Hello, like it's all connected, and it becomes a lead. And of course, your CRM does its thing and puts them on a lead campaign, buyer lead campaign, or something like that. Okay. But that's something that you can do as a paid version, right? Now, briefly
Hi,
want to talk
Mary.
about, yeah.
Mary, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, how I can get actually information for the post motion?
Oh, so you go into right here on the left side. You see right
Mm-hmm.
here, marketplace on the left side. First, design center, we were on marketing. And
Mm-hmm.
then right at the bottom, it's marketplace. Then it shows it property boost or boost motion. I chose boost, boost motion. And then it
Mm-hmm.
still gave me an option to the image ad or the motion ad. So I chose the motion ad to become and then it comes, you'll see like it creates the preview for you on the right here, and then has it with music and all of that. It's very nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right, Cole Realty. I didn't mastermind on it, and so hopefully people went in, but you put it in. I put in the town, and I put in the street, and then I search, and then I did it by, a radius. You can do all different ways. You could do it by street, you could do it by, a radius, and then you get a list of people, and you see that there's an email or a phone number, and it took me when I used to do it, and I printed it out and I wrote marks on it, and and I just said, I just want to invite you, please come. You don't even really have to, you know, uh, take the information. If they give you the information, that's great. You just say, hey, it's going to be a great event. And don't you want to know what's going on? And so that's what I wanted to show you, that we have these tools really connecting with lead generation and you being able to optimize in doing your open house. Okay. And this is the first look neighbor event or private showing. You can do exclusive private showing. Hopefully you could do a nice flyer or like a QR code, or you just knock on the door a little bit, like an hour or two earlier, just say, I just want to invite you, just come by, get a drink, and then just be nosy, take a look at the home that's selling, and I'll give you all the information. And so I meant to write here 12, but it says 2. It's just do a quick one, like 1 hour advance. And because they are nosy and they are curious, they're gonna stop by, and and then they're gonna check you out and see how good you're doing. And then you're gonna have your flyers, you're gonna have all your information. And that's really how you capture, someone that, you can impress. All right. And this is the thing that I was talking about, the public service announcement. I thought when we had a coach come in and do this, and I'm like, this is so smart. And you're just being such a nice neighbor, or such a, helpful person, and just say, hey, if someone is blocking you guys, or if you've seen like a strange amount of like traffic, just don't worry about it. Please call me. If you need something to be addressed, I'll take care of it. And you're just going to give them your business card, or give them like a flyer, or just invite invite them to whatever. So that's a really good way to have sellers or potential sellers come stop by. Okay. Now let's get ready. Let's control the experience and make sure that they know you as the expert. Okay. Again, we talked about the branded flyers and design center, perfect, Canva, whatever you want to use. I would also have a seller's property condition available for people to look at. I don't print out a whole bunch. I just say you can take a look at it and leave it there. Because again, a lot of people are coming with their realtors or they have a realtor, they have a buyer's agreement signed. So I just have it. It's like it's your agent's job to give it to you, but you can take a look at it. I also have it for me to take a look at because typically they're not my homes that you can look at. You can also have a list of active and pending listings that are very similar in that area that you can have information on and just say, I'm happy to send you some information. And again, really providing and making sure that you can distinguish like that you are a little bit different and that you kind of prepared for this and just standing out. Okay. And please put out the open house disclosure. It should be displayed in plain sight. And I have the open house app. I talk about it all the time and the sign up sheet. And did you guys know we had a buyer and seller's guide? I'm going to show you where we have that. Okay. So this is the, you guys have it in dot loop. It's not as pretty as mine, but it says the same thing. Basically, even though you're not the listing agent that we represent the seller, we are disclosing. So I always put that in the front. I see people put it on a nice picture frame. They put it right front where, where they're signing in. So they are aware because there are investigators that will come and take a look and see if it's like plainly displayed. Okay, so that's going to be important for you. And here's the flyer that I just kind of created in Canva for an agent. So I would have something like that ready. Here's also an open house, like a sign up sheet. You can have the manual one. I did an open house. I helped an agent. He had a sign up sheet like this. And then I had mine, that was digital on the app. Guess what they decided to do? Most of them went to write their information. And it was very hard to capture their information. If you don't have any sign up sheets to write in, they just go straight to the app and they sign in. They know this is what they have to do. It checks out, all the emails are correct. They get sent something, and I know that everything gets viewed. So it really is your choice. If you have no time, okay, do the sign up sheet. But if you have the time and you downloaded the app, it's amazing. And I'm gonna go through that very briefly too. So this is the app. Once you download it, I have a QR code. Again, this is an MLS number, okay, right here on the first one. And it doesn't have to be your listing. It pulls it up, I confirm, and then I click on every question that I wanted to be required. So I would turn on the phone number. I would also put on that if you're working with the real estate agent and the buyer's exclusive buyer agreement. I don't want to ask where they heard about it. Obviously, it's on the internet, And then you choose an image, and then you talk about I want to display the listing price and the bedroom, and it tells you next. Once it tells you next, it asks you for the hashtag. Why? Because everyone that's signing in is going into your CRM. I always put a hashtag. It's like a group that you automatically put in. And I put in, like, let's say Crestkill open house or Montvale open house, or you can put a street. However you want to organize the people, the lead that's coming in, that's the hashtag you are using. Okay. I do believe that, when you use the open house hat, it automatically has a separate hashtag and it'll say like open house and kind of has the address or the town. It makes you create a pin. It's a pin for you to end it and launch it. So make sure you remember it. It's simple, like 111, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to use. They'll ask you for that when you end it and when you want to launch it. And this at the last one is what it looks like. It has a picture of me. It has the picture of the property and it looks so professional. And everybody doesn't even question like, oh yeah, I know I got to sign in. I don't get any pushback. Now, there is a home buyers and a home sellers guide. I did find it on a closed Facebook for Remax, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It actually goes on your Google Drive. So I did put it in here because I downloaded it somehow. It's on my Google Drive. It'll ask for permission, but if you do download it into your, it does open up. and you know, it does have it. It's a great way to differentiate yourself. It's a really nice looking home buyer's guide. It's a PDF. It has all the things that they really have to know. It has like vocabulary words. Again, a way to just really differentiate yourself and make yourself the expert. All right. All right. And then just follow up. Let your CRM do its job. If you have an app, it's just doing it for you. I have a link. This is my app. This is my app for the CRM. It's putting them on an open, like a campaign added automatically. It already did it. And it has the open house campaign. It says, hey, it was really great, you know, meeting you. It does a little validation run. It makes it tests their email to make sure it's not a fake email. And I'm telling you, when they're signing up for that app, nobody puts their fake email. When they're actually writing, it's like L1. You know, they're making it so messy that they don't, you can't read it. So, and that's what it does. It reaches out to them automatically on my behalf. And you'll see here that they all viewed it. What does that mean? They opened the email. It did a validation run. Hey, it's the correct email. They all looked at the home I did the open house for. And some of them answered like, hey, can you send me something? And it did it. The CRM did it. And so it put them on a market search. If I have a campaign going for the holiday, and then a market report on Cresco because that's where it did, and it just says that they opened it. They opened it just recently. I get an email saying, "Hey, they haven't been on your website, but they opened it. They're like searching again." All right. So here's the apps that I have, and that's it. I know it kind of went quick, but you guys do know that it's recorded and that it's on our hub, and you can go back to it. So really, there aren't that many open houses because listings are very limited. But when you do, please optimize it. Please use it. Please use that opportunity to just, you know, get the leads that is coming in. Because if you're not doing the prep work, then you're not really getting all the leads. So I would, you know, encourage you guys to take the time to do that. Does anybody else have any questions?
And while we wait for questions, since we have a lot of you on the call, Fran, when are you doing the rental compliance meeting?
Next week.
Next
On
next
the
Tuesday.
14th. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I highly recommend that no matter what schedule you have going on, that you do attend this meeting next week. Even if you already have done one in the past, I would encourage you all to try and make it next week. You guys have no idea the amount of testers that are out from the real estate. And I want you guys to be very informed. You still have a responsibility as an independent contractor to keep yourself informed. But we, as the broker, we're always putting things out for you guys. It's going to be recorded, but it's so much easier if you join the live session. If the real estate investor or investigator or anyone that comes to you and says, what are you doing to keep yourself informed? You have proof that you have attended this session. So please do that. I've shared it with you guys in the past that one of our agents did get tested. They are out there. And if you think that it's not going to happen to you, it will happen to you. Whether it's a sale or a rental, it's very, very important. So please make every effort. We're going to send out notification to remind you guys. So that's next Tuesday. Anyone have any question? Mary, this was amazing. I think I would like the next session in the near future to actually be hands-on, creating that open house. So that way agents can see that. I think that would be great. And if you guys are open to doing a 1 hour session, then we'll do that. Maybe we'll do 45-minute session, 15 minutes for questions.
Sounds great.
Right.
Awesome.
Sounds good.